In a world where whispers travel faster than truth and every gaze hides a secret, one question rises above the rest. What will the Ton discover when the Bridgertons' retoots music swells softly, like a secret about to escape? The world of the Ton stirs again, drawing us back into its glittering halls and shadowed corners. As the new season fast approaches, the Bridgerton name once more rises to the center of London's most dramatic stage. But this time, the stakes feel deeper, the emotions sharper, and the stories more tangled than ever before. Bridgerton has always captured the hearts of viewers with its blend of romance, beauty, and scandal. Yet Season 4 carries a special spark. The air feels charged, as if every ballroom chandelier glows a little brighter, waiting for the next great love story to unfold. The return of two beloved faces, Luke Thompson as Benedict Bridgerton and Phoebe Dynevor as Daphne, only adds to the excitement. Their presence promises a season filled with familiar warmth, surprising turns, and the kind of emotional journeys that leave a lasting mark. Benedict steps forward now, no longer just a charming observer of the Ton's affairs. His quiet strength, artistic heart, and restless longing whisper that this may be his moment. He moves through London, not as a background figure, but as a man caught between freedom and duty, between who he is and who he is expected to be. It is this tension that makes the promise of Season 4 shine so brightly. The world seems ready for Benedict's story, and perhaps he is finally ready to live it. And then there is Daphne. Once the season's diamond, now a duchess whose grace has only grown stronger with time. Her return brings a sense of grounding, a reminder of the love story that began it all. She walks into each scene with the quiet power of someone who has lived more, seen more, and learned more than the Ton ever expected. Her presence suggests that the Bridgerton family will not face the storms ahead without guidance, and her voice may be needed now more than ever as the carriages roll through London's early morning mist and invitations begin to circulate once again. One truth becomes clear. The Ton is preparing for a season like no other. Hearts will be tested, alliances will shift, and shadows will grow longer behind the bright lights of every ball. With familiar faces returning and new stories rising, Bridgerton Season 4 stands ready to sweep viewers back into its world of romance, rivalry, and irresistible mystery. Rn once more. A new chapter cannot begin without the echo of the one before it. And in the world of Bridgerton, echoes travel far through broken promises, stolen glances, and moments that linger long after the music fades. As we step toward Season 4, the memory of Season 3 still hangs in the air like the final note of a waltz that refuses to fade. The Ton had just survived another storm of secrets. Hearts had been tested, reputations shaken, and alliances reshaped. The once steady relationships we relied on now stand on unfamiliar ground. Some bonds grew stronger, while others cracked in ways no one saw coming. Behind every polite smile and graceful bow, something has shifted. And that shift is exactly what sets the stage for everything to come. For Benedict Bridgerton, the journey has been especially complex. He has spent seasons wandering between self-discovery and expectation, between the life he wants and the life he was born into. In Season 3, he moved closer to understanding his heart, but not close enough to claim it. His freedom felt intoxicating, yet also dangerous. His charm never faded, but it masked questions he still struggles to answer. As Season 4 approaches, those questions press against him louder than ever before. Meanwhile, Daphne's quiet absence spoke volumes. Though she stepped away from the center of the Ton, her influence never truly left. In Season 3, her world changed behind palace walls, her marriage deepened. Her duties grew, and she became a voice of wisdom for a family that often finds itself tangled in the chaos of love. Her return in Season 4 promises something rare: stability in a world that thrives on upheaval. Daphne has seen what love can conquer and what pride can destroy. Her guidance may be the steady hand the family desperately needs. Around them, the Ton itself is evolving. New marriages, new scandals, and new friendships weave through the city streets like invisible threads. The power dynamics of London have shifted, some quietly, others dramatically. And as invitations prepare to flood every household once more, No one can predict which hearts will rise and which will be shattered next. Yet one thing is certain. Season 3 left the stage trembling with unanswered questions. Questions about identity, about loyalty, about the price of choosing love over security. And these questions will not wait politely at the door of a ballroom. They will follow every character into Season 4, shaping the choices they make and the futures they risk. Every season of The Ton brings fresh gowns, new suitors, and glittering promises. But beneath all the sparkle, 'tis the questions, the ones whispered behind silk fans and traded in secret, that decide the fate of everyone who dares to dance beneath the chandeliers. And as Season 4 approaches, these questions grow louder, heavier, and far more dangerous than in years past. Because now, everything points to Benedict Bridgerton. For seasons, he has slipped between the edges of society, drifting like a man searching for a room he cannot name. But this time, the Ton watches him with sharper eyes. Will he finally step into the role destiny has been waiting to hand him? Will he choose love over expectation, or will duty swallow yet another Bridgerton heart whole? These questions hover around him like shadows, refusing to let him hide behind charm and laughter any longer. Yet Benedict is not the only one under the Ton's scrutiny. Daphne's return sends a ripple through the city, quiet, graceful, but impossible to ignore. She knows what it means to fight for love when the world insists on rules. She knows the cost of following one's heart. Her presence raises its own set of questions. What truths will she uncover this time? What secrets has she carried with her? And who in her family needs her more than they dare admit? Across London, whispers rise about Lady Whistledown as well. Her pen has never been more powerful, more feared. With scandals brewing beneath every ballroom floor, one must wonder, will she expose a truth that destroys a fragile love story before it even begins? Or will she herself be forced to face consequences she has long avoided? Then come the new faces and known hearts stepping onto the stage with motives unspoken. Some seek love. Some seek power. Some seek to tear down the walls that protect the Bridgerton name. Their arrival sparks questions that the Ton cannot ignore. Who among them carries danger? Who hides desire? And who will entangle themselves in a Bridgerton fate that could change everything? But perhaps the most powerful question of all is one that belongs to the audience. What does love cost when the world is built to test it? Season 4 promises answers, but not gentle ones. Love will be challenged. Secrets will unravel. And every decision will carry a weight that echoes far beyond a single dance or whispered confession. There are moments in every family story when two souls begin to shape the direction of everyone around them. Through quiet strength, the other through restless longing. And in Season 4, that moment belongs to Benedict Bridgerton and Daphne Bridgerton. Their paths could not be more different. Yet both stand at the edge of choices that may forever alter the pulse of the Ton. Benedict has always been the Bridgerton who moves like a question, unpredictable, artistic, untamed by the rules that tightly bind his brothers. But this season, there is a shift in him, a deeper fire, a sense that he is done drifting through life like a man waiting for something to claim him. Now he feels ready to confront the very thing he has avoided for so long himself. Beneath every brushstroke and careless smile lies a yearning he cannot quiet anymore. Season 4 presses him to face that yearning, to choose whether he will chase freedom or surrender to love. His struggle between heart and duty becomes the anchor of the season, pulling the audience into his emotional storm. But Benedict does not walk into this new chapter alone. Daphne steps back into the story with a presence that feels both familiar and freshly powerful. She carries the calm of someone who survived her own tempest. She knows heartbreak, healing, and the delicate art of balancing desire with expectation. And this knowledge makes her return irresistible. She is no longer the young woman learning the rules of the Ton. She is a duchess who can bend those rules when needed. Daphne watches her family with protective eyes now, ready to guide, warn, dawn, and comfort in ways only she can. Her bond with Benedict deepens in a way the audience hasn't fully seen before. She becomes a mirror he didn't ask for, but desperately needs, reflecting truths. he avoids, and reminding him of the courage required to love without fear. Through her gentle strength, Daphne becomes a quiet force in Season 4, shaping not only Benedict's path but the fate of the entire Bridgerton household. Around them, the family transforms. Anthony grows steadier in his role as Viscount. Eloise questions the world more boldly. Francesca walks her own delicate path. Yet even with all these shifting threads, it is Benedict's uncertain heart and Daphne's returning wisdom that form the emotional heartbeat of the season. In Season 4, their stories do not just unfold, they collide, influence, and elevate each other. One searches for his true place in the world. The other returns to protect the legacy she helped build. Together, they bring a depth and richness that promises. Every new season begins long before the first scene is filmed. Begins in the minds of the fans where theories grow, hopes collide, and whispers become louder than reality. And for Season 4 of Bridgerton, those whispers swirl like a storm, waiting to break. The world is holding its breath, wondering which story will take center stage, which love will rise, and which heart will be pushed to the edge. Above all, the biggest expectation circles around one man, Benedict Bridgerton. Fans have waited years for his story to bloom. Not just a romance, but a journey that captures the restless soul behind his charming smile. Many believe Season 4 will finally give Benedict the spotlight he deserves as slow, burning exploration of love, identity, and the courage to choose a path that belongs only to him. Speculation grows that his story may take inspiration from the books, but with the show's signature twist, who will challenge his heart? Who will break the rules with him? Who will help him understand the kind of love he has been running? From these questions ignite endless theories, each more passionate than the last. Then there is Daphne, whose return has sparked a wave of excitement. Fans imagine her stepping into a larger role, not as a debutante, but as a woman shaped by marriage, motherhood, and the hard-earned wisdom of knowing both joy and pain. Some believe she will protect her siblings from repeating her mistakes. Others think she will uncover secrets hidden behind the ton's polished smiles. What is certain is this: her presence promises a grounded emotional thread, reminder of the love story that captured hearts in the very first season. But Season 4 speculation goes far beyond the Bridgertons. There is talk of new rivals arriving in London, characters who may disrupt friendships, test loyalty, or tempt a Bridgerton into dangerous territory. Some fans hope for a bold new scandal, something powerful enough to shake the ton from its elegant balance. Others dream of fresh romances rising quietly in the background, waiting to steal the show when least expected. Above every rumor, however, hovers the quill of Lady Whistledown. Viewers wonder, will she write with more ferocity this season? Her words expose a truth too explosive to contain. Or will she herself become the center of a new twist no one predicted? The beauty of Bridgerton is this: the audience never simply watches, they join in the creation. Through their guesses, debates, and excitement, they build the world even before it appears. And in Season 4, those expectations carry more weight than ever. Fans aren't just asking what will happen next, they're hoping for stories that challenge the heart, deepen the characters, and deliver the surprise only Bridgerton can provide. There are seasons of Bridgerton that feel like painting, soft, delicate, made to be admired. But Season 4 promises something different. It feels like stepping into a dream that knows it is beautiful, and uses that beauty to reveal deeper truths hiding beneath the silk and sparkle. Every visual choice becomes a whisper, a warning, or a confession waiting to be seen. The world of the Ton will not simply shimmer this season, it will breathe. The colors may grow richer, the shadows may stretch longer, and the light may fall in ways that expose emotions the characters can no longer hide. Benedict's journey especially brings a shift in tone. His artistic spirit invites a world filled with deeper hues, bold brushstrokes, and moments that feel almost like stepping inside one of his paintings. Scenes may blend elegance with raw honesty, like a ballroom glowing in gold, yet hiding to lovers uncertain of their future. Fashion becomes its own language this season. For Daphne, her return may be marked by grace, refined into maturity gowns that reflect her quiet strength and the life she has built as a duchess. For Benedict, his wardrobe might show a man caught between two worlds, polished enough to satisfy society. It marked with small signs of rebellion, subtle colors, unusual textures, choices that whisper of a heart unwilling to be tamed. Every costume tells a story before a single word is spoken, but beyond beauty lies the true heartbeat of Season 4, emotion. The tone feels heavier, more intimate. Romance is still at the center, but it carries a sharper edge, as if love this season demands more courage, more honesty, more sacrifice. The theme of desire versus duty wraps itself around every storyline, pulling characters toward choices they may fear but cannot escape. Ballrooms, once symbols of opportunity, now become arenas where secrets slip through the glittering air. Gardens always lush and peaceful may turn into places of stolen truths, where characters admit what they cannot say under the scrutiny of chandeliers. Even private rooms, lit only by candlelight, will hold moments that shape lives. And through all of it, the tone remains unmistakably Bridgerton. Romantic, dramatic, elegant. But this time, it digs deeper. It invites the audience not just to watch, but to feel, to sense the weight behind a lingering glance, tension in a polite smile, the heartbreak in a silence held too long. Season 4 does not just promise beauty, it promises meaning woven into every frame. A world where elegance meets emotion, where the past meets possibility, and where one choice made in a single flicker of candlelight can change the entire course of a family's future. Some seasons arrive quietly. Others arrive like a breath held too long. But Season 4 of Bridgerton approaches with the weight of destiny, heavy, thrilling, and impossible to ignore. The tongue can sense it. The audience can feel it. Something is coming, and it carries the promise of love, scandal, and transformation in every heartbeat. As the curtain begins to rise, Benedict steps forward at last. No longer just a wandering soul, he stands on the edge of a choice that could define the rest of his life. His heart is louder now, refusing to be silenced. Though his story long awaited, deeply layered, feels ready to unfold in ways neither he nor the tongue can predict. He may find passion, he may find truth, he may even find the courage to challenge every rule ever written for men like him. Whatever path he chooses, it will shape not just his future, but the future of the entire Bridgerton family. And then there is Daphne, whose presence lights the story like a steady flame. Her return softens the chaos, offering guidance where there is confusion and strength where there is doubt. She is no longer simply the diamond of the season. She is the legacy, the example, the quiet force reminding the tongue what love can conquer when the heart refuses to surrender. Daphne's wisdom, her grace, and her fierce loyalty hint at a season where her influence may be felt in ways more powerful than the earls and viscounts who fill the ballrooms. But beyond Det and Daphne lies a wider world buzzing with tension. Secrets are poised to erupt, alliances tremble under hidden truths, new rivals step into London with intentions no one yet understands. And somewhere in the shadows, the unmistakable quill of Lady Whistledown awaits its moment, ready to expose, to provoke, and to set the entire season ablaze with a single scandalous sentence. This is not just another chapter in the Bridgerton tale. It is a turning point, a season where hearts must face their deepest fears, where families must fight for one another, and where love must prove itself stronger than the world that seeks to test it. And as we look ahead to 2026, one truth becomes clear. Season 4 will not simply continue the story, it will redefine it. Now the question is no longer what will happen. It is, are you ready for what comes next?